What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. Today I have something very cool to share with you guys. I have been working tirelessly on this new project, and well, I'm just a little excited to show it off. So you guys remember we made this classic building, which I thought was gonna be the coolest building that I would ever make. Fast forward to now, only 2 days later, and I think I might have just outdone myself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Main Street building block. This is a large group of buildings that I created that's loosely based off of an actual theme park. Let me just talk about the heavy hitters in this area first, okay? First up, we have the Main Street Creamery, an ice cream shop, and a very large one at that. I really liked the idea of having a building that people could actually go into. You guys may remember we had a restroom added into the base of this building here, but that wasn't good enough for me. I had to do something else. I had to figure out another facility that I could make fairly quickly, but I think you guys would probably believe me when I say that this was not a quick turnaround. This took me probably 2 whole days to actually create. Now, I do think the Main Street Creamery is one of the cooler buildings over here. This building right here is just as cool as the Main Street Creamery, in my opinion. This is the Victory Inn. It's a Victorian style building, so I figure if I want to make a Victorian hotel, I could call it the Victorian, but then I just shortened it to Victory Inn. I think it's pretty cool. The backside's a little too basic. It's really just a whole bunch of windows, but I have it laid out so that in the buildings that we have glass that you can see into the building, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of decorative stuff in there and then hide that stuff behind additional walls. So for example, this would be a decorated area, and then just behind this white wall here, this is the area that we would then have the hotel rooms. We'd have the luxury rooms, we'd have the standard rooms. And then with the Main Street Cafe, I'd like to add in actual places where they can sit down, as well as just some decorative, you know, scenery, chairs and tables and what have you. Just down the way from the Victory Inn, this is a staff building right here. Then we just have a random sort of filler building. It's not all that large. You can't really do anything in that. And then we have a bathroom block, but I built this thinking maybe it'd be cool if we had like a bank or somewhere to put the ATMs. So I think I'm gonna add a restroom as well as an ATM in this building, and then the same thing goes for this one down here on the end. It's the same exact building, it's just on an opposite end of the park, so I figured we'd use those as the restrooms. Next to the Main Street Creamery, on the front side of the building, it's not actually accessible, but on the back side, you can see we already have some open doors. I'm gonna add another staff resting facility in there. And then this is probably the coolest thing. I found this clown face, and it immediately made me think of an arcade. So I went ahead and drug in these letters as well, just spelling out arcade, letting you know that yes, this is an arcade. So we'll have an additional ATM over here in this corner inside the building, and then in all 4 of these corners, and hopefully over in this smaller room as well, I'll be able to put in some claw machines. I don't know, I might actually have to download a DLC so I can get more of those small attractions. Another random little filler building right here, just a small brick building, and then again, this would be the bathroom. Probably just bathroom. I'll leave the ATM over here next to the arcade. I'll probably just leave this as a bathroom. Maybe we could add a first aid facility in there as well. But I'm super happy with the way that these buildings turned out. They're very highly decorated. These 2 in particular, the 2 here on the corner, the Victory Inn and the Main Street Creamery, I really spent a long time on both of these, and I do think it shows. I think it looks very nice. And then behind these buildings, not only do I have a small little path system sort of running around the backside, I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we might be able to fit another ride over here. But I have this dammed off on this side as well as this side, simply because I really wanted to have a nice pond slash lake. It's pretty big for a pond, but I wanted a pond so bad, I just decided to dam up both these sides right here just so I could add in some water. But this is probably the way we're gonna start expanding the park right here. Later on, we'll come back to the left side, but for right now, I think the right side's kind of popping. I think I'm starting to get onto something here. Which reminds me, I closed the Ferris wheel, and I meant to open it back up, but I never did, so there we go. That's now back open. You guys, we have $51,000 in the bank account. Keep in mind, our first objective for this park, for the easy objective, is just to obtain a post-loan balance of $100,000. We're nearly halfway there. We're actually over halfway there. And I don't see anything slowing down anytime soon. I think things are just getting started. So I need to figure out which building I want to try to take on first. I shouldn't figure out which building I want to take on first. What I should do is make sure I have ice cream shops that we can fill the ice cream building with. I need to make sure we have hotels researched. I need to make sure we have restrooms, ATMs, small attractions, claw machines, stuff for the arcade, and I think that should be about everything. So let's go ahead and go into our research right here, and let's freaking get after it, brothers. So Cosmic Cow as a shop brand. We're definitely gonna want that for the Main Street Creamery. We absolutely need a toilet. The other toilets we've had so far have just been already placed in the park when we first started it. And then we'll start hotels. That is looking good. And then after those are done, we can go back and do the small attractions and maybe like the first aid facility, something small. But while we wait on that research, I think I'll be able to add in a staff room over here. Oh, also, I just need to talk really quick about how I had to go about making a building that's shaped like this. This right here, just this front-facing wall, is one building. The building to the left is an entirely new building, and the building over here is also an entirely new building. There are 3 buildings that just make up this one place, which is freaking nuts. But I got it to work. It looks good in my opinion. Be sure to let me know what you guys think, of course. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this little building block area. But back onto facilities. What are we looking for? Staff room. Let's go ahead and drop one of these down in here. We're probably gonna have to adjust the height slightly. All right, so we got another staff room. Let's just make sure that this thing is doing everything we want it to. So we'll do capacity 10 and rec room. Confirm 800 buckaroonies, there we go. We don't actually have any employees out here as of yet, so that's something else we'll have to add as well. Let's go ahead and adjust this one really quick too. There we go, 800 more dollars. Sick, dude. Let's check on that research. Coming along. We'll just go ahead and fast forward the rest of the way through it. All right, Cosmic Cow is just about finished up. There we go, reveal that research. Toilet should be coming along next. And lastly, we're gonna have the hotels. Sweet. All right, next one, or next ones, I should say. First aid for sure. Small attractions, absolutely. And then we have one more. Let's do the ATM. That makes sense. We do need quite a few of those. While those are now being researched, we can go ahead and start in on either the Victory Inn or Main Street Creamery. I think I want to start on Victory Inn just because it's going to be a little bit faster, a little bit quicker to get things rolling here. So, shops and facilities. Let's go down to hotel, and let's first get the foyer placed down. All right, place our foyer right there. That's looking nice. And I like how the path comes up to the building. I would have liked to maybe have the path go underneath this area right here, this awning, but that's all right. Okay, next. Bottom floor, we're gonna do some standard rooms. I have this area right here, simply just for a little eatery area, just some decoration spots. 3 standard rooms should be enough, I'm thinking. Okay, it's gonna be way easier to do this if I just move all the roof panels out of the way. I don't know why I didn't do that till just now. But we have 2 luxury rooms placed up here so far. We can do another one right here, and then I think we're about out of space, to be honest, unless I want to start stacking them on top of one another, which I really don't. So maybe we just do 3 and 3. Kind of a small hotel, but we can, of course, expand it later on. The deed is done. Okay, now I have to select the hotel foyer, and now we have to connect all 6 of those rooms. So if I just do a nice big selection like that, there we go, all 6. Hotel prices, I think, honestly, I'm gonna leave that as it is right now. Let's give them room service, a restaurant, internet access. Let's just give them everything. A spa, a gym, an additional arcade. Why not? Perfect. Okay, confirm that. 1,100 buckaroonies. We got so much money right now, guys. I'm not even worried about it. I think this hotel is going to be fantastic. We have a 66% scenery rating, and the hotel as a whole actually has a 5-star prestige, which is perfect. And there we go. The Victory Inn is now complete. Moving on, I think we should probably get going on Main Street Creamery, but I think, yes, our research is done. So we got our first aid facility right there. Next one is the ATM. And then lastly, we have our only claw machine. Like I said, I think there are some more that are DLC related. Let's just see if I can even find those. Oh, I have them. I didn't realize that I had those. Perfect. So we have the Zoltan or Zoltan fortune machine, and then we have another claw crane machine. Very cool. Okay, so now for the Main Street Creamery, let's go ahead and just edit this bad boy. So we have Cosmic Cow milkshakes as well as Cosmic Cow ice cream. I think I want to add both of those in here. We have space for 4 of those. Oh no, we only have space for 3 of them. We'll just do like a smaller vending machine, I guess, just over here. I think that might work out okay. We'll probably end up deleting it, but we'll put it down there. So next, we have to figure out the paths for this thing. So my plan for a fully finished interior in our ice cream shop kind of isn't gonna work. I was able to add like 3 picnic tables, so I'm gonna take that as a win, but honestly, I just don't have enough space in here with the paths that I had to lay underneath of this concrete. There isn't really a good way for me to show you how the paths are oriented, but basically we have one that goes from the front straight, like kind of in the center of these 2 facilities. This one just goes straight to this, and this side just goes straight to this one, which doesn't leave us a whole lot of room to place down picnic tables and stuff, so I'm gonna just leave it with these 3. But to my surprise, there's actually people out here. They're going over, they're checking out the hotel, trying to see what's good. Do we have anyone in the hotel? The hotel's full. No freaking way, dude. No way. We're gonna have to add another. We're gonna have to add another hotel. It's too popular. I don't know where I could hide additional rooms. Unless I wanted to extend these 2 buildings here, maybe I could hide some rooms in there or hide them underground. That's totally doable. And then when the guests get into the creamery, they can not only walk through the picnic table, but they can walk through the floor because it doesn't actually exist. Oh, something else we should probably do is adjust the prices here because we have not done anything like that yet. So let's do $6, $6, and $6. All right, let's see. Happier, less hungry, less hungry, less hungry. Here we go. This is a good one. Toffee sauce. Let's do a lot. We'll do a lot of toffee sauce on all of them. Perfect. We'll sync the prices, even though this is our only one right now. And then let's go to ice cream. $9 ice cream, dude. That's redonk. Oh, that's $98. Whoops. Does anyone else remember my $90 hot dogs from, I think that was in episode 1, actually, my first Planet Coaster series ever. I charged $90 for hot dogs. Happier, more energetic, thirstier, more nauseous. Sprinkles are good. I like sprinkles. Thirstier, more energetic. Nothing about less hunger, so that's good. Chocolate sauce is good. Strawberry sauce is good. So sprinkles, chocolate sauce, strawberry sauce is what we're gonna add to all of these. All right, we are all set, dude, at Cosmic Cow ice cream and Cosmic Cow milkshakes. Things are looking super, super good. I almost forgot to change the vendors' colors, but I remembered at the last minute, so we're good. They got their all white fit on, looking super, super good. Dude, look at the line. That's nuts. And then we got people actually using the picnic tables. So maybe we're gonna have to add some picnic tables outside this facility as well, or outside the building. So we did round ones inside. Let's do square ones out here. I feel like that's gonna look nice. Okay, can we also just appreciate for a minute that I only used the Toogii colors on the arcade sign? Normally, everything would be pastel pink, highlighter yellow, and light blue, but I restrained myself on this one, and I gave myself an entirely new palette to play with rather than just those 3 colors, and I think it looks a lot better because of that. So with the hotel done and now Main Street Creamery finished up, I think we should probably add a work roster for these new vendors. Go into work roster, create new. This is going to be the Main Street Creamery roster, and that is going to include the Cosmic Cow ice cream and milkshakes, as well as this staff room right back here. Oh, also, I guess the arcade, that's Cool. So what other staff are we gonna need out here? Probably a mechanic to fix the arcade machines if and when they break down. Definitely a security guard, maybe even two. We'll start with one for right now. We're gonna need a relief vendor for those two facilities in there, and a janitor for sure on this side, and then maybe we'll do one over here as well. So let's do another roster for this group of buildings just over here. We'll call this one the Victory Inn roster. Go ahead and save that. There we go. Okay, so this janitor is going to be on the Victory Inn roster. This vendor is going to be on the Main Street Creamery roster. The security guard over here, he's going to be on the Main Street Creamery roster. The mechanic, he'll be Main Street Creamery as well. And lastly, the janitor. Again, he'll be Main Street Creamery roster 2. Let's add another security guard and another mechanic for this area because we are going to have an ATM in here. I want to make sure that that is repaired if and when it breaks down. And there we go. We finally have all of our staff members out here. Things are looking good. We got our janitors, security guards, vendors. We got it all. Things are looking awesome. 54,000 buckaroonies in the bank. I think now would be a good time to probably start in on the arcade. God, dude, I knew this was going to be difficult, but I had no idea it was going to be this hard. I ended up having to move the staff building that we used to have on the back side of this building now to the front because I couldn't put the ATM in this corner because it would intersect the path that would have gone through these doors. Oh boy, and now I have to see if I can at least place down one claw machine. I just need the one, really. Oh my god, that took forever. But all of the magic claw machines or Zoltan or whatever, the fortune teller machines, those are all now placed down. Everything's looking good. I don't think people can actually go over this spot right here or right here. So if you want to do the Zoltan thing, you'll have to enter over here through the green doors where the ATM is, and then you can walk down this direction. But like I said, I haven't seen anyone cross these lines yet, so I don't think those actually do anything. But it's open, dang it. It is there. It is ready to rock. The arcade is finish. Okay, now I'm trying to think of what else I have to do here. We just have the bathrooms left, and then maybe we'll add sprinkle in a first aid facility or something in there as well. And hopefully these last two buildings here are going to be a little bit easier to actually complete. Okay, bathroom complete, but yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to fit anything else in that building. Unfortunately, I made the inside a little bit too small, so nothing really wants to get placed down, but let's at least try to see if we can't get a first aid facility in this other one. Well, that one worked, like super easily. Didn't have any troubles there whatsoever. Now let's just see if we can get these to connect. Get the other, there we go. All right, yeah, that one was way easier. I have no idea why I struggled so much with the other one. I think the terrain over there is a slight issue. You can see just right here, it sort of dips down, and I think this building's actually floating a little bit, but don't look too closely at it, okay? It's perfect otherwise. We have bathroom complete, we have arcade complete, we have ATM area complete, staff room looking good, ice cream shop looking good, Victorian Inn, or the Victory Inn is done. Staff room right here is looking good, and then bathroom and first aid facility. Dude, that's a lot of work for just this small little area, this small little group of buildings, but I think it should pay off in the long run. We're up to almost 1,000 guests in the park now, and we're at just about 60,000 big ones in the bank, so man, it feels good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and adjust the Main Street Creamery work roster. I want to make sure all of these buildings over in this section are selected. That way our janitors and mechanics, security officers, make sure they patrol everything. And then let's do a similar thing for the Victory Inn roster. Just make sure all of that is good to go, because we do have some new facilities in those buildings now. Want to make sure they're all grouped in to the roster. I think we're good. 60,000 big ones now, dudes. That is just nuts. Okay, now that this area has all the facilities placed down inside of it, I think now's a good time to go through, do all the trash cans, all the benches, and maybe we can do some decoration inside of some of these buildings. So I'm gonna do a short little time lapse, but I'll see you guys here in a second. Alright guys, after just a little while, I think I finally got this thing to a point where I'm happy with it. I think everything's looking good, everything's going well. So, just to recap, this bank-looking building is actually not a bank. It's just a restroom facility as well as a first aid facility. As far as decoration goes, all I added was a little sitting area inside each window. Nothing too crazy there. Up above the staff room right here, all I have is a kitchen table with some chairs around it. Pretty basic as well. At the hotel, this is where things get kind of fun. I have, again, a working TV playing one of my film projects. We have a nice little living room set up in there. Over just to the left of the foyer, we have what I would call the hotel room. Like, this is what all the rooms would actually look like. We got a nice lamp, a desk, a wardrobe, a bed, no TV, some nightstands, a nice little shelf. Up above that room, we actually have a similar thing, but since we had the nicer rooms upstairs, I decided to make this room slightly bigger. So this one has a TV, it has more bookshelves, it has a couch, everything else is pretty much the same. Now across the street from the Victory Inn is of course the Main Street Creamery. In here I was able to add a couple more chairs and things. I also added some lights on the ceiling so that at nighttime it's actually barely lit up in here. I just did box lights on the ceiling. I didn't want to do anything too crazy, take too much time doing it, so that's kind of what we're working with there. But things in here are looking fantastic. We have some trash cans, some additional benches, some more picnic benches out here so people can take a load off, throw their stuff away. Next to the Main Street Creamery is another staff facility. That thing's looking good. No change there, no decoration or anything up on the top. Inside here, again, no change. This is going to be the arcade. So we have our vintage claw machines, we have our normal claw machines over here, and then we have the Zoltar fortune telling machine things. And lastly, we have just a simple restroom block over here. Again, just some tiny little decorative touches like these chairs right there. But you guys, I think this thing turned out perfect. Again, let me know what you guys think. Did I do a good job making an actual theme park? I'm really trying in this series to do stuff I haven't done before, make buildings I haven't made before, and just try to overall, you know, come up with new things to do. Ryan Stone has quit. Ryan Stone, what is you doing, fool? We have to rehire him. I'm so sorry that your workload was high, dude. Okay, I've gone through and trained up all of our employees now, so they're all training level 2, so they should be fully capable, and I've gone through and raised all of their pay by 10 buckaroonies. So, without any further ado, ladies and gents, I do think I'm going to wind things down here, but if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.